Hey guys, Bullshit here for Nancy Drew Message in a Mansion. So if you don't go and watch my videos on Bolt Fam, basically we play Nancy Drew games because they're mystery games, but yet they're also to give Bolt Fam some kind of content from once in a while. Um, but anyways, um, the mystery is basically Nancy Drew gets invited to a friend of a friend's. So basically, her mother's friend Hannah has a friend who goes to Chicago, gets a Victorian styled house that survived one of the earthquakes in the earlier times, and is going to make a bed and breakfast out of it. But the bad thing is, a lot of incidents keep happening to where she wants to the friend wants to eventually get rid. I think her name is Rose. Rose is slowly noticing that this is a bad project. I'm getting too much money, putting too much money into it, that it might cost me more than I have. The only reason she was able to afford the place was one of her, I think she was a teacher or instructor of a drama sketch or something like that. They met and put their money into a pot and said, let's go make a new business for ourselves. Um, Basically, they were doing their own thing, but they never had a person to actually do the handyman work, and they don't know. Um, and then they also have some old Victorian era stuff that they want to sell off. So they have the they go and find someone who actually is an antique store, and basically to give him an office space in their library to pay for his services. They also have a new handyman who is, he doesn't have any actual background, but he wants to get a little bit of money, and he's willing to do all the work that he's able to. He just needs to be showed, and he can do it. So, um, trying to think. Um, Basically, all this stuff is happening. No one knows why. Nancy Drew slowly learns throughout the house. There's Chinese, um, like uh, it's got a little bit of Chinese culture in it. So she takes the Chinese, looks it up, tries to figure it all out, and basically, uh, there's that. Um, and there's a treasure. Basically, there's a thing where El Diablo had a love interest, and basically they stole from a bank with a bunch of gold coins, and they hid it somewhere but never found it. And it's supposed to be around the mansion somehow. Um, you learn slowly that Rose has a lot of insurance on fire damage. She can get $1 million, which is a lot of money, to protect the household for any bad things that can come up. And then, what's it called? Um, and then there's her person who helped her in the drama area that got her to help her get the house. She's into superstition and all that, and she kind of wants to make a haunted house situation where she gains clout for having the house gets clout for having a haunting, so people actually want to come in and actually get spooked. Um, so they have all these little doodads. Well, she has a lot of doodads to make it more famous. Um, then the young carpenter, he's learning to be in college, but he actually has a little underlining where he's using the mansion's parlor as a place to live until he can find a better apartment. or until he gets out of college to actually pay for his own place. And then we have the antique person who actually knows all these Chinese cultures and is actually looking through the books to actually figure out this treasure so he can get rich off of it. And is probably also, you know, taking money from the actual antiques that he sells from the mansion. Um, and then he's also probably bankrupting for anything that's new coming in that's more Victorian era. Um, then trying to remember the last thing. Um, so basically, all through all these clues, all these people, you actually find the placement of the gold was right there in the entryway, and it's one of the only original areas in the first place. And you find out that it's the antique dealer. He actually, knows all this stuff, can actually read through the little hints and finds it. Um, he's the one sabotaging. So if Rose and the others lose the project, he can come in and take the gold without anyone being in his way. Um, and then Nancy just, catches the villain in the end. And because of this scandal, the El Diablo history and all that, it actually gets a better story than just haunting. Now it's a huge historical site of where Diablo hid the money. And also, this case also blows up for a portion of time. So I think it's like the first 2 months that you get no vacancy because of how stacked up they are on people. Anyways, that is it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.